Bud Light receives Death Star at Costco, which is bad news. So this headline's a really kind of a weird one, but it's actually all over the news today. I have 3 articles that I'm going to show you guys about how everything's kind of going down for Bud Light, and as you can guess, Bud Light's back in the news again, so I had to make a video about it. So what is happening is basically Costco is not renewing their shelf space with Bud Light, so they're kind of just letting things fall off, so to speak. And what I mean by that is basically they aren't making a political statement saying we don't stand with Bud Light, but they're technically making just kind of an investment or a business decision in general, which is, hey, Bud Light's not selling, so we don't need to carry it anymore. And you can't really blame them at this point. I mean, Bud Light has lost $30 billion. Multiple Bud Light factories are closing down and have closed down in the past couple of months at this point. The 4th of July was a massive hit to Bud Light. They expected great numbers and people to start drinking Bud Light again and all of this stuff because, you know, it's a holiday and it's a drinking holiday, as I guess you could say. And the truth is that nobody really cared. Nobody drank Bud Light. Their numbers dropped even further on the 4th of July. And things just aren't going super well for Bud Light. So they are discontinuing the item. So it puts what's widely known as the Star of Death, a small asterisk at the top corner of the item price tag. That is widely known to be a signal to store associates that the item will not be restocked once it sells out. Now, as far as I understand, this is not the case with all Costco's. Some Costco's, right, the ones that may be in California, you know, where Bud Light's still selling okay, they might keep Bud Light on the shelves, but largely across the United States, Costco has added their Star of Death to Bud Light, which means basically that shelf space is being freed up for other non-super woke beers like Yuengling and all of the other ones out there. I mean, there's got to be quite a few, even if the main ones aren't really doing super hot right now. There's got to be quite a few out there, especially Yuengling. Line and Google, I think, maybe another one. So things for Bud Light are just getting worse and worse and worse, especially as Costco comes in and says, yeah, man, it's just not doing it for us anymore. We're going to have to cut ties. We're going to have to move on. And, that is that. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens to Bud Light after this news comes out. And if you want to show your support for the Bud Light boycott, we actually have a shirt that can help you do that. It is the Deplorables Don't Drink Bud Light shirt, and you can grab that on our store. The link will be in the description down below. Any purchases of that greatly help this channel grow and continue to put out videos for you guys. Also, as we can see right up here, if Costco takes Bud Light off the shelves, it's not really making a political statement at this point, but instead the Warehouse Club, which that's kind of a new thing that Costco is doing, where if you sign up for a Costco membership, they have an option where you can also kind of get stuff from their warehouse and stuff like that, but they will be deciding based on sales entirely, and the chain appears to have made a decision whenever it comes to the decline in interest of the brand of Bud Light. And it's not surprising, Bud Light has lost their #1 spot. In fact, they're not even in the top 10 most popular beers in the United States anymore. They lost that title right around July 4th, or shortly after. I watched a video on that. So things for Bud Light are just continuing to go down the drain, and honestly, from my point of view, I'm not surprised. I think that they deserve everything that's coming to them. In fact, it's kind of interesting because now you have Dylan Mulvaney, who came out and basically said that he's not drinking Bud Light anymore. So now it's not just conservatives, it's not just liberals, it's not, it's everybody. It's conservatives, it's liberals, it's people who are, just out of their mind, the blue-haired weirdos on Twitter. All of them. Absolutely everybody is hating and dunking on Bud Light, and Costco is just the most recent in a very, very long chain of companies and individuals to start boycotting Bud Light and stopping the selling of that product. And if you ask me, I think it is honestly incredible. So to each and every one of you guys out there who have been boycotting Bud Light, thank you guys. It has been an amazing journey so far. I swear every day I wake up, there is more and more news about Bud Light, and just watching their fall from grace has been so sweet at this point. I mean, again, Bud Light at any point could have come out and said something. They could have come out and said, hey, sorry, we didn't mean to go super ultra double woke. We want to go back and, support veterans and do good things and whatnot, and we don't want to, we don't want to show our support for what some rather, let's say, tasteless people want to do with children and stuff like that. And, we like our initial audience, the frat boys, the people who loved country music and just everybody who enjoys Bud Light, continue to enjoy Bud Light. But no, they didn't do that. They came out with a half-hearted apology, cut ties with Dylan Mulvaney, which he seemed kind of pissed about it, but that's okay. But then they never said anything else. So they're kind of in this limbo state where nobody wants to do anything with them because everybody's kind of boycotting it. The right is boycotting them because they partnered with Dylan Mulvaney, and then they said that they don't want the right as their audience. Well, and then the left is boycotting them because they just decided to not say anything or not stick up for Dylan Mulvaney whenever he was attacked, quote unquote, attacked, all verbal stuff, never physical stuff. But he was, basically attacked online for these things. So both sides are just absolutely furious at Bud Light. They have lost so much money at this point, and I'm just enjoying the ride. I love every second of it. They brought it on themselves. When you go woke, you do in fact go broke. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. Be sure to like and share this video out there. That's how we get the news out there, and it greatly helps our channel and it helps spread the truth out there. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and check back soon because we put out videos all the time, and especially with it being after the holidays, you're going to be getting a lot more videos and content from us. So check that out. Oh, and make sure the bell notification is on. That way you're notified anytime we put out anything new. Make sure to check out our online store at theredmafia.com. We just released new shirts over there, and we'll continue to be releasing new shirts every single week. So you'll find something that you will absolutely love at our store, so go check it out. It'll also be linked in the description down below.